Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey, I'm Sophie. Today I'm going to be talking about my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I have had it now over a year. I bought it in September 2019. Just tell you a little bit about why I bought the bag. So I had a paper round up until I was 18 and that was my income. I got £5 a week. So August 2019 I left school. I didn't want to go to university. I just wanted to get a job. And then on my first paycheck that I got through, literally I couldn't believe like having that much money. Hey, this is editing me. I just wanted to clear up that from going from £5 a week from a paper round to a full-time income, I'd never actually seen that much money in my account, so I just couldn't believe it, and I felt so happy and so fortunate that I actually got a full-time job so soon from leaving school. I was working that day and I literally ran up to the break room, sat down and ordered this bag. Since then I've just never looked back. I just love designer bags. I love the brands and the quality of each item, just made so beautifully, and when you see one and feel one you can just tell. I remember before I even got a job I'd have like a notes page of all like the bags that I wanted to get one day, and the Neverfull was the first one on my list. I just think it's such a beautiful classic bag to start off your collection. It's not like high up in price compared to some other bags from Louis Vuitton, it's more your affordable prices. So in 2019 I paid £920 for this bag. I know it is a lot for a bag, but again, if you like this sort of thing, I will never ever sell this bag. It just has so much sentimental value to me. When I bought this bag it was £920, and in 2019 and 20 Louis Vuitton had I think 3 price increases, so now the bag is retailing for £1,040. So when it comes to buying one of these bags and choosing the sizes, there are 3 sizes. There's the PM, the MM, which is the one that I got, and the GM, which is the biggest one. Personally for me it was a bit of a no-brainer. I just thought that the GM was just far too big. I could not wear it every day and it's more of like an overnight travel bag, whereas the PM was just too small. I think it's a bit of a odd one because it's a tote bag but it's not quite the size. It is quite small, so you can't really fit that much in. So MM is just the most popular bag in size as well. I just think you can fit so much in it without it being too big and awkward. For a size reference, this is the bag on me. I normally wear it either on the crook of my arm or on my shoulder. I am 5'6" and I just think this is the perfect size for my height. And here is the clutch bag. You can use it with the bag and put your keys and your lip gloss in, just little bits like that, or you can also use it on a night out on its own. Me like actually thinking about buying a bag, this is just personally what I think of. I think, is it a trend? How long has it been around for? Am I going to be walking around in 10 years time with something that looks really old and dated? Before I bought this bag I looked into when it first came out. I've always remembered it being around, I've always seen people wear it. So the style of the bag, not in the same print, but the style of the bag has actually been around since 2007. For me, that has stood the test of time. People are still wearing it, it still looks gorgeous. I wanted to put my money into that bag. So I'm probably going to butcher this. I don't actually know how you say it, but I got this bag in the Damier Azur. I feel like that's not how you say it. With the rose ballerine interior. Before I bought this bag, I actually did some research on it and someone said that it was made to be reversible. I personally have never used it like that, but I don't think I ever would. But it's kind of cool to know that you could wear it so that the pink is on the outside. So when it comes to storing my bags, this is like where I display them. I have these little air pockets and bubble wrap inside them here so that they can keep their shape. So you can get these when I do like an order on Amazon and I'll buy my shampoo and conditioner. It comes in like this big box full of these, so I just save them. I think that's really, really useful because it keeps the bag's shape. I started doing that for all my bags and so far it has worked a treat. They all have remained in perfect shape. Okay, so this is another little tip that I thought I'd try when I first got the bag. As you can see, the interior of the bag is quite pale, so it will mark easily. As you can see, I've already got like a mark here. I don't know what it's from. When I saw it, my heart kind of broke. But you know, these bags are made to be used, so they won't stay perfect forever. But I do keep the dust bag folded up and placed at the bottom of the bag just in case any spillages happen, or like if I have food in my bag, the crumbs won't go on the bottom and then it's not going to be hard to get out. I just take the dust bag and give it a little shake, and that has kept the bottom of the bag looking pristine. It just depends on how far you want to go. Some people are going to think this is crazy, but when I first used the bag it started raining, so no joke, I literally got out the dust bag, placed the bag in the dust bag and ran to the car. On the first time I was not getting it wet, but I have got now little like rain marks on the leather. You can hardly notice them, but like there are like small faint dots on the leather just from where it's rained. But on the first time I was not taking any chances. I was gonna run with the bag in the dust bag like an idiot. I thought it'd be useful if I showed you guys what you can actually fit in the bag. So this wouldn't be what I'd take around with me every single day, it's just to show you. So far we have my planner, pencil case, makeup bag, purse, hairbrush, makeup brush holder, umbrella, gloves, spray, AirPods, and keys. So with my keys I normally put them in the pouch just to stop them from moving around the bag, and I know where they are straight away. And voila, that is everything you can fit in your bag. I thought I'd share some of the pros and the cons of the bag which I've found in the year that I've had it. So the first pro is that it's not very heavy, so you can wear it on the crook of your arm or your shoulder, and the way I fill it with my items, it's not very heavy, so it's quite comfortable. Obviously that depends on how much you put in it and what your items actually are, but for me, for everyday use, it is not very heavy. The second one is that it comes with a clutch bag. I find this is really useful, and then so it's kind of like 2 items in one really. You can use the bag every day, and then in the evening you can take out the clutch. I normally use the clutch for if I'm going out for drinks or to a club, but at the moment we're not going anywhere so I'm not using either really. I've started using more of my small crossbody bags rather than a tote bag because there's nothing that I really need to carry. The third one is it's canvas. So this section of the bag is leather, whereas this is canvas, so it is hard wearing, so you can kind of scratch it and it's not going to damage it really, so it is hard wearing. That's something that I like, especially with a tote bag, because it can be placed on the floor. The other thing is it is a big bag, so you can fit a lot of stuff in there. Personally, when I go for an overnight stay, I could fill this bag and I wouldn't need any more space. However, some people prefer the GM for that because there is more space in it. Personally for me, I think there is enough space. So on the plain, it is a good hold all bag just to put everything in. Finally, this is one of the more affordable pieces from Louis Vuitton. So like I said earlier, if you're starting your collection, this is a good bag to start off with. Okay, now on to cons. The bag is canvas, so it is hard wearing. However, there are no feet on the bag, so I really avoid putting it on the floor because I don't want the bottom to get all marked and scuffed. Actually, now that I'm looking, it is marked, it is scuffed. There are a few dirt marks on the bottom, so I feel like some feet would help. The second con that I have found is it is just a big empty space. So there's nothing, you've got one zipped pouch here to pop things in, and then you get the clutch. So everything is everywhere. I am looking into buying an organiser for it. However, at the moment I'm not really using it that much, so when we're out of lockdown I'm going to look more into it, because when you want something out of it, everything is just everywhere. There's no organisation whatsoever. Another con that I have of the bag is that there are no zips to it. So you've got the zipped compartment inside. On the outside, all you have is this little clip here that you can clip, and that's all there is to fasten the bag together. So what I get a bit anxious about is when I'm using it, could people just pop their hands straight in? I would like to think it's unlikely, but these things unfortunately do happen. But as you can see, when it's on your shoulder, people could just potentially take something out. And the final con, this isn't necessarily for me, I don't really have an issue with it, but it is a flimsy bag. So when I first bought it, the handles were really stiff and would stay like that, but now, as you can just see, they flop down, and the bag itself has just got a little more flimsy, rather than when I first got it, it was quite it held its shape. So if you want a bag with more structure, I wouldn't really get this one because it does get more flimsy over time. So if you are wanting a structured bag, this is not the one for you. There's one more point that I haven't actually mentioned. These little pulls at the side of the bag, you can pull them in and it can completely change the shape of the bag. It just depends what look you want. Personally, I never use it that way, but I'll show you what it looks like. There you go. So this does actually get rid of one of the cons I named previously, where people could pop their hands in the bag really easily because there's no zips, because you have scrunched the sides in. So when you put it on your shoulder, it'll be a lot harder for people to get stuff out of your bag. So guys, that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, and I will see you next time. Bye.